Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
And the Angel Care nurse comes to see me once a week.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Angel Care has helped to stay home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching, and thanks as always to our producer, Jeff Durall. We're in the President's office at Fort Hays State University with Dr. Mirta Martin. And the Tiger Pact is the first thing that caught my eye. The Tiger Pact. What's this all about, President Martin?
Well, it is putting our proverbial money where our mouth is. You know, we talk about integrity, we talk about honor a lot here at the university, and this is what it is. This is an honor code for our university.
State it for us, would you?
It's a Tiger Pact. I am a tiger. I belong to a strong, unique family who strives for greatness and success. I instill integrity and confidence within others as well as myself. I incorporate honesty and responsibility in all I do. I am the future, and our students are the future. This is important because, you know, I'm a visual person, and we talk, as I said earlier, a lot about honor, about integrity, but they're just words if you don't live them. And while these may be words printed on a page, they're words that remind us of our values. I tell the students, if we can educate good men and women of strong character, of integrity, and that's the product that we put out in the world, we will have done our job superbly. And so this is a reminder for our students that honor, that integrity are not just words, that they're values that we live every day. But whenever it is that perhaps as human beings we may begin to falter, that's there as a constant reminder of a pledge that we have made, the students, the university, faculty, staff, the administrators, to be able to educate these next generation of students with values that have served our country well throughout the ages.
Well, and as a printed reminder there for the students, I think a very powerful message, because some would say the Declaration of Independence might have just been words,
right,
but not necessarily so, because they are there in a structure that can remind us of the qualities.
Exactly, and something that reminder allows us to live these words every day, and that's important.
Since we visited last, we wanted to catch up on a few of the items, and one of those is scholarship programs. Some changes have been made that's going to impact Fort Hays State students to make it more affordable.
It is, and it's just, you know, it's not even about the affordability. It's about creating a pact. It's about creating an understanding that that if you do something, we'll meet you halfway. You know, it's like a marriage. It's a give and take for things to succeed. It's about relationships. So we looked and we diverted some funding to scholarships to augment them. And the purpose for it is so that our students don't have to work as much. Most of our students work 20, 30, 40 hours. And while hard work didn't kill anyone, as somebody who worked 40 hours a week throughout their entire college career and went to school and carried a full load, it doesn't leave you very much time. And it is a tremendous commitment. And so when you're given a scholarship, you count on that. And what we're saying is, you can count on us. If you meet us halfway, we'll meet you halfway. We're going to increase the scholarship so that you don't have to work 40 hours. Maybe you can reduce your time to 25 or even 30 if you have to. But that extra 10 hours, you can do what you're coming to school to do, and that's to be a student, to study so that your grades can go up, because those grades are very necessary. They're not just a number. You know, it doesn't make it right or wrong, but when employers are looking for interns, when employers are looking to hire someone, if you don't have a minimum of a 3.0 GPA, you're going to go from this pile to this pile. It is what it is. And so our students have the ability and the intellect to do much better than a 3.0, but they need to have the support. They cannot be working 40 hours. And so these scholarships are designed to, one, say to those students, if you make a certain GPA, and there's all sorts of stratas, then we'll meet you halfway and you will have this scholarship, this additional support, in addition to financial aid, for as long as you're at Fort Hays State University. And yes, your part of the deal is you have to make the grade. So it's a pact. It's a pact of we will meet you halfway. We have some expectations of you, but then you can rely on us. And we hope at the beginning of the academic year during our convocation, I challenge our university community to shift our culture, to shift from a culture of access to a culture of completion. It's no longer our role, our purpose to bring students to Fort Hays State University. Yes, it is. Enrollment growth is everybody's business. But more importantly, it is our responsibility to ensure that these students walk out 4 years later, 5 years later, or 6 years later with a degree that allows them to go into a meaningful career. And I differentiate career and job in that it is not, I don't want these students to go back to jobs they would have had without the sacrifices that they've had during all that time, without the hard work. They need to go to the next level. They need to go into a career. They need to go to a place where they can make a difference in the world. They need to go and instill in them the values of integrity and honor that we talked about earlier, but also the understanding that education is futile if it's not to improve the human condition. So that's the reason for meaningful career. And you know, I have great pride in this generation. I have great hope. My generation, I think, we were very much about me, myself, and I. It was about the amassing of wealth. That's how we measured success. What I see in this generation is, yes, I mean, obviously, we all want to have a nice roof over our head and have enough money to put food on the table. But this generation is much more concerned about making a difference in the human condition, about giving back. We have students who volunteer to the Peace Corps to teach for America, who look for careers where they know that they're making a difference for somebody else. We are succeeding at Fort Hays State University in instilling those values, and I'm very proud of our students, very proud.
And that scholarship program is one of the cogs that continues this to completion aspect of it.
It is. They have the ability to know that they have a reliance on a certain amount of funding coming their way, so they can plan their lives and they can say, well, I used to have to work 40 hours. Now with this additional funding, then I can work 30 hours, but I'm not going to go play. You know, yes, there needs to be a little bit of play. Maybe they spend 6 hours studying and 4 hours playing. That's part of, and playing is touching, building a relationship, going out and talking to our students, being part of the many, many clubs, over 150 clubs at Fort Hays State University. And if they don't find a club, they can create their own club. You know, it's part of being involved. It's part of being part of Habitat for Humanity or Big Brothers or Big Sisters. We have a strong support from our students here, or CASA. I mean, there are all of these involvement things. You know, we spoke about the fact that this coming weekend we're going to be hosting the Emerald Bowl for Parkinson's awareness. It is designed, this is not, the proceeds are designed to enhance the quality of life of individuals with Parkinson's. A lot of people think that, including me actually, thought that Parkinson's was a disease of the elderly. Most of my family has passed away of Parkinson's or cancer, but they were older, you know, and so I found out that no, that actually it affects the 15-year-old, the 20-year-old, the 30-year-old. And so what this Emerald Foundation is trying to do is to raise awareness and then increase the quality of life. And of course, our very own Herndon Clinic is going to be receiving an award because of the work that they do with speech pathology, and that increases the quality of life of these individuals. The beauty about that is that our students, each one of them, the organizations, have their own causes, but yet it's incredible how the university student body has come out as a whole to support this cause, because they understand now that it can affect them, that it can affect their parents, their grandparents, it can affect their friends. And so, you know, that's what's beautiful about Fort Hays, that you have these opportunities to not just talk about how to make an impact on the human condition. You actually have the ability to roll up your sleeves and go to work while you're here to impact the human condition.
I'd like for you to talk, if you would, about the Hispanic College Institute, which will begin next year.
Yes, that is a new initiative of the university. You know, as we all know, the Hispanic population is the fastest growing minority in the United States, but we are falling short of the pursuit of the American dream through education. The families are very much in favor of an education, but what they realize is that when the reality hits, you know, you're not just working to put food on your table, you're working to put food on your table and on the table of those who you left behind. You know, so there is a push, especially in young Hispanic males, to the minute they graduate from high school to go into the workforce, to immediately begin to provide for their family here in the States and wherever they have family left at home. For the girls, it's a little bit more culturally driven, and that set of values really hasn't changed much in however many years.
Because you experienced
yes,
it directly.
You know, exactly. I mean, as you know, it took an act of God, literally, to get my grandmother to allow me to leave home in Miami Beach and to go to Duke University, literally. I mean, it took the priest speaking to the priest at Duke, who called my grandmother, who said, I'll take care of her. And my grandmother got in the car and drove me to Duke, and then when
she wanted to see for
she
herself.
wanted to see that this wasn't just somebody's at the end of the phone just saying, just let her come. And when we got to Duke, we were supposed to go through orientation, and she said, the heck with orientation, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I meet that priest. And sure enough, we drove into the Newman Center, and we saw the priest, and he said, now she's your responsibility. And it was literally the handing off, okay? And so at the point that she said she's your responsibility, she was okay. So the Hispanic College Institute is designed to attract to Fort Hays State University parents and students twofold. One, and most importantly, to teach them how to navigate the American educational system, to enroll in college, to go to college, to graduate from college. If you don't know what you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. The reason I'm speaking with you is because I had a teacher who taught me how to apply to college, how and when to take the SAT, how to create an essay that talked about me. She taught me what colleges to apply to, you know, or to benchmark. It was even she who taught me, who actually wrote the check that got me here. So this is my time to pass it forward in that respect. So I understand that without that teacher taking me by the hand, I wouldn't have had the access to education. Well, this Hispanic College Institute is designed to tell these individuals who are first generation, who don't know how to arrive into college, this is when you need to take the SAT, this is when you need to apply to college, this is how you fill out a FAFSA, which takes 3 PhDs to do.
Speaking from experience.
So all of these things, it also is designed to create network, to show these students that, yes, it's going to be a sacrifice, but if I can do it, and I didn't have the support mechanism that we're offering now, then you can do it. And then we're also showing the parents this is a safe campus, this is a safe environment. The Fort Hays State University has been found to be one of the safest campuses in America. And you look at us, I mean, we have a beautiful campus filled with individuals who look after each other. The idea that it takes the village to raise a child is still alive and well here. And so it's easy to tell these parents, we understand that these are your most precious possession, but they become ours. And, you know, being Hispanic, they have someone to whom they can say, here's my most precious possession. And they understand that I understand. And so this Hispanic College Institute, we've already have the application full open. It's anybody can apply, siblings of the same families can apply. And we will bring them here the week of June the 20th. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then Saturday we will invite the parents to experience the beauty of our campus, to experience the familiarity of and familial aspects of our campus, to visit with me, and to understand that this should be their destination of choice. We need to create an educated workforce for Kansas. 71% of all of the jobs by 2020 in Kansas will require a minimum of a 2-year degree. And the fastest growing population needs to be part of the solution of Kansas. They need to have that access to that education. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said something like, well, you know, they can always go back to doing this, doing that, doing the other one. I said, no, actually you can, because even the flipping of the burgers, it's not going to be there. What these students are going to have to learn to do is how to fix the robot that's flipping the burgers, because they're not going to be doing it. That's where that education comes in. So we're excited to be able to open the doors to a population that normally doesn't have the background to be able to navigate our American educational system and inspire them to go to college. And this is an institute, you know, the beauty of the institute is that what we're hoping to do is we can flip it. There are so many needs. If you're a first-generation student, it's not about gender or ethnicity. It's you're a first-generation student. And you need to know how to get to college, and your parents need to be convinced. What we are finding is often it's the parents who need to be convinced to give those wings to those children and let them go to college. And so we're looking to expand that as the years go on, and as to be able to truly be the destination of choice, to be that university where, and I've said it, but where the American dream is alive and well, and where people who are seeking a better life know that they can find it here through education.
Fort Hays State University President Dr. Mirta Martin, our Community Connection.
Thank you.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hays and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
They're polite. I mean, they just take the time for you.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
I like the Angels for what they've done for me.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.